What's up guys, it's Paralyzer here and welcome to Zombies Map Reviews. In today's episode, we will be reviewing the map with George Romero, Call of the Dead. We will be ranking the map based on 3 criteria: features, replayability, and atmosphere. These are my opinions, so try not to take offense if they don't align with yours. While testing the map, I'll be going for a high round, beating all of the Easter eggs, and also playing a multiplayer game. Call of the Dead was released in the second expansion for Black Ops 1, Escalation. It features an all-new and one-time crew of Sarah Michelle Gellar, Robert England, Danny Trejo, and Michael Rooker. This is because the map is set on a film set, with the director of the film being George Romero, the inventor of the concept of zombies. While filming, an outbreak occurs, which means real zombies show up on set and begin attacking the crew. Romero is captured and infected, turning into a zombified version of himself. This causes him to become the boss enemy in the map alongside the zombies that we're used to. The goal in the map is to help free the Ultimus crew who are trapped inside the lighthouse and give them the golden rod that they are looking for. Richtofen needs the golden rod for his grand plan, which will later be carried out on Moon. With the story covered, let's jump into the review with our first category, features. Starting with perks, we see the return of Double Tap after it wasn't featured on Ascension in the previous review. We also see all of our other usual perks alongside PhD and Stamina, which were both added in our previous map. Another perk added on this map is Deadshot Daiquiri. This perk costs 1500 points on console and only 1000 on PC, and has 3 unique abilities. The first is that it increases your hipfire accuracy on weapons by around 35%. Secondly, it removes idle sway from snipers with scopes when using them. The third and final ability of Deadshot only works on controller and makes it so that when you aim at a zombie, the aim assist will pull to the head instead of the chest. I personally love this perk as it allows me to just spam my left trigger when killing zombies and not miss any headshots. I would say, however, that most people are not a fan of this perk for some strange reason. This map also features 2 new kinds of fast travel. The first are 2 zip lines. One of these goes from the ship to the coast, and the other takes you from the lighthouse to the ship. These are free of charge and make getting around this huge map so much easier. There's also another fast travel method called the Flinger. This can be used to launch the player from the ship to in front of the lighthouse. It also kills any zombies that are on it at the time of use. Another feature of this map is water. The water is ice cold, and if you stand in it for too long, your screen will begin to freeze up. Eventually, you'll freeze in the water, and you can be freed by being hit by another player, a zombie, or by knifing it. This can be really annoying, but I rarely ever find myself becoming frozen, so I just see it as more of a cool visual that you get when walking in the icy water. Next, let's touch on wonder weapons, one of the most important parts of any map. This map has 2 brand new wonder weapons, being the VR11 and Scavenger. The VR11 makes it so that when a zombie is shot, it will turn into a human, which will then be chased around by other zombies. This human will run towards the water and freeze himself to death. This works similar to a monkey bomb, however it does no damage to other zombies and also doesn't stop zombies from attacking you, as they will instead attack whoever is closer between them and the human. Once this weapon is PackAPunch, it'll increase its ammo from 12 to 24 and also gains new abilities. For example, if George is shot with the upgraded version while he is in the water, it'll cause him to disappear for the round. If you shoot a zombie with the upgraded version 3 times, it'll cause the zombie to explode and kill other zombies around it. The main use for this wonder weapon, however, is to shoot your teammates, which gives them a red tint to their screen, essentially giving them zombie blood temporarily. Once upgraded, the effect on teammates also adds a temporary insta-kill, which can be stacked by shooting your teammate multiple times in a row. This makes this weapon virtually useless in solo, and thus most consider it one of the worst wonder weapons of all time. Luckily, Treyarch provided a second wonder weapon in this map, the Scavenger. This weapon has 18 bullets normally and 36 once upgraded, and works by shooting an explosive bolt similar to the crossbow once upgraded. However, unlike the crossbow, this weapon doesn't attract zombies when it is shot. This is still one of the best weapons available on the map, despite it not being a great wonder weapon. It is also worth mentioning that the sickle returns from Ascension as a melee weapon to replace the Bowie knife once again. This wasn't the initial plan for this map though, as a machete can be seen in the intro cutscene, but sadly didn't make it into the map. Finally, in terms of weapons, we also see the return of the Matryoshka dolls from Ascension, which is nice as they don't feature in many maps. However, they still aren't very useful in my opinion as they're pretty weak. It does keep on the explosive theme of this map though, with 2 wonder weapons that can cause zombies to explode alongside the explosive equipment. When it comes to other features, we also see a brand new boss zombie, George Romero. This is a very polarizing enemy as he follows you slowly around the map for the entire game. If you ever shoot him, it'll enrage him and cause him to sprint after you until you take him to some water, at which point he'll become calm again. He has 250,000 health per player in the game and takes a lot of bullets to kill. As his health gets lower, his light will begin flashing, and once killed he'll drop 2 things. The first is a perk bottle that gives all players a random perk, even if they already have 4 perks. The second is a death machine drop. This drop will be a wonder waff instead though if the player has beaten the Call of the Dead Easter egg before. This waff lasts until out of ammo, but can also be replenished using max ammo power-ups. However, max ammos don't drop when using the waff, so this only really works out in multiplayer to get the max ammos. After George is defeated, he will respawn in the following round. Fun fact, the FAMAS has a 9.25 times damage multiplier to George when using double tap, meaning you can kill him really quickly with this weapon. When it comes to PackAPunch, there's once again another unique way that it works inside of this map. Once the power has been turned on, the lighthouse will begin shining a beam on the map. Wherever the beam is shining is where the PackAPunch is currently located. This will keep the PackAPunch location for around 5 minutes before the beam of light moves around and picks a new location for the machine. This is unique as it means the PackAPunch machine has the ability to move for the first time. It's also very annoying. It can make upgrading guns a pain, especially if you have to wait for the lighthouse to put the machine somewhere. This map also has another unique feature, fog. The map changes weather as you play, and let me tell you, it can make the map so much harder. Sometimes it's foggy, other times it's snowing. It's a nice change though, as it's different from the usual nothingness, but it can definitely be a hindrance to the gameplay. The final feature we have to mention on this map are the Easter eggs. First off, this map, like all others, has a musical Easter egg. This is activated by interacting with 3 elemental meteor shards around the map, and will play the song Not Ready to Die by Avenged Sevenfold. Now let's talk about the main quest. There are actually 2 main quests on this map. One for solo players and another for co-op. This is the first map to do this, and one of the many reasons I love it as a primarily solo player, as it means everyone can complete the Easter egg. The solo version of the Easter egg is much easier to do than in co-op, but both essentially get the players to collect the golden rod for Ultimus, who are trapped behind a door. I love this Easter egg and also love that it gives such a great reward, which is a free Wonder Waff power-up, along with making it so that George always drops a Wonder Waff power-up when killed for all games in the future. Overall, this map is jam-packed with features. It has 2 brand new wonder weapons, 2 main quest Easter eggs, and a bunch of other cool features. For those reasons, I have to score it a 9 out of 10 for features. It has so much to offer, and is simply the best map for features that we've played thus far. Up next, we have to rank the map based on replayability. This includes 2 main categories, which is Easter eggs and high rounds. In terms of high rounding, this map is definitely interesting in terms of replayability. George will follow you non-stop, meaning camping on this map is near impossible, as he'll always get to you and kick you out of your camping spot. When it comes to training, however, there are plenty of viable strategies, and this map is famously one of the hardest maps to reach high rounds on because of the lack of firepower in the weapons on the map. In fact, only 1 person has ever reached round 100 on this map. This means high rounding on this map can be pretty tough and time consuming, as it uses the VR11. You know, the weapon we said earlier was useless. In terms of Easter eggs, both Easter eggs are completely different and replayable, which massively increases replayability and makes the map hugely successful in my eyes. For all of those reasons, I'm going to give this map an 8 for replayability. I think it could improve by giving a longer Easter egg quest. It could also improve by giving a better reward for completing it, like all perks, which would make it worth doing every game. I also think the map lacks loads of little small Easter egg, which maps in Black Ops 3 have, for example. For our final category, we have to rank the map based on its atmosphere. To be honest, I think this map creates a great atmosphere. It has a completely unique crew and a storyline that goes along with the crew perfectly. The addition of George Romero works perfectly, even if he is an annoying boss enemy. The change in weather adds to the immersion, even if the fog can be blinding. The shipwreck and lighthouse are very cool areas, and this map immerses you in the experience very well. I will say though that it doesn't feel much like a film set, it more so feels like you're actually stranded on an island near a lighthouse as you've crashed your ship into the ice. There's no like cameras around or green screens or anything else set up like you would expect on a film set. However, I do really like the atmosphere that this map provides, and for that reason I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. While I like the cast, I personally don't enjoy them as much as Ultimus or 5 Crew. The unique weather is cool, but the fog can make the map almost unplayable at times. I also would have liked to see some sort of max ammo round, whether it was with a unique enemy or not. These are probably the only 3 issues I have when it comes to atmosphere. Overall, Call of the Dead scores a 9 for features, an 8 for replayability, and an 8 for atmosphere, giving an overall score of 8.3 out of 10, which is S tier. This map makes huge progress once again in main Easter eggs, as it allows any number of players to complete it. It also provides us with more unique wonder weapons, a new boss enemy, and a new perk. This map is criminally underrated in my opinion, and an amazing zombies map when you look at it for the facts. That's all for the review. Let me know what you think of Call of the Dead in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like on it. I'll see you in the next zombies video. Have a great rest of your day.
Coolest thing, some of that crazy happened right here.